I bought this car in 2018. It's a 2015, and I got my very first check engine light. I'm about 200 miles away from home. I wish I drove my van today. Every time I see a van and I take this car, I miss my van. I always check my oil when I top off on fuel, and I think I might have found a problem. Hopefully this is it right here. So I lost the original vacuum line on this when I installed the blow-off valve, so I've been using universal vacuum lines from auto parts store, and this one tore. So I'm gonna patch this up right now. So I hope this is it right here. I usually bring a code reader with me. Of course I didn't bring it today, and it's a long weekend today, so I just patched this up with electrical tape. No auto parts stores open right now, so we'll find out what the code is later. But the car's running fine, so we'll track the miles per gallon when I get home. Got the car hooked up to a scanner. Let's go ahead and start it up. So it's the next day, service engine, and I only traveled a couple miles after topping this off. Okay, service engine. Tire pressure system. Like I said, I need new tire pressure sensors. So 3 miles, that's all I've traveled. So let's go ahead and figure this out. It's a check engine light. Hopefully it's just that vac line. Okay, one code found. What is it? Turbocharger, supercharger, underboost. Hopefully it's just a vacuum line and not a failing turbo. It's funny because I've had this car since 2018, bought it with 35,000 miles, it's just under 60, and I bought it knowing it might potentially be a junky car, and it's been reliable, and I was ready to make a video about it being reliable. Then I get a check engine light. So hopefully the vacuum line is all it needs, and yeah, this doesn't come back. So I will reset the code right now. So it only threw that one code, so erase codes. That's the electrical tape trick. I'm tired of looking at the service tire pressure sensor warning light, so I just covered it. But never cover your check engine light with electrical tape. You actually want to know that. I'm just tired of looking at that. But yeah, low turbo warning. Hopefully the turbo's fine, and it's just a vacuum line that we saw cracked. So yeah, I'll continue my video about this car being really reliable for being a Fiat. As long as it's not a failing turbo, I'm good. So we'll drive this for a couple hundred miles, see if that check engine light comes back on. 224.7 miles traveled on this current tank of fuel. Check engine light didn't come back. I'm about to top off, and I'll put it on the code reader tomorrow. I just have to go to work right now. 28.7 miles per gallon according to the computer. 7.765 gallons added. I don't go in until 2 o'clock. Plenty of time to spare. So here's the code reader. Read codes. Stored codes. Nothing stored. Pending. Pending's the important one. So pending code. No pending codes, so everything's good. I even have that green check mark. I am readiness. So I just need to clear the evap. Like if I were to take this car to get smog tested, supposedly you could pass with the evap not cleared. That's why all the green check marks are off right there. And DTC 0, so pending DTC 0. So everything's good. It's not a bad turbo. It was just a vacuum line that it was that was giving me low boost. First check engine light on this car. I bought it with about 35,000 miles. It's just short of 60,000 miles. I need new tire pressure sensors. That's not a big deal. But here's the check engine light. So the tire pressures aren't showing because I need new tire pressure sensors. So everything's reset. Let's go ahead and start this up. And then it'll say service engine. That won't go away. There it is, service engine. So I'll hook it up to a scanner when I get home and figure out what it is. Hopefully it's just that vacuum line. Running into traffic. 45.4 miles per gallon. Check engine light, but this thing's running nice. Hopefully it's just that cracked vacuum line. According to the computer, I have 240 miles of range left. 42.8 miles per gallon. I sat in traffic for about 45 minutes, traveled around 65 miles per hour the whole time when there was no traffic. 220.2 miles traveled. And like I said, I need new tire pressure sensors. That's a G meter, which is hilarious in this little car. This little car sounds great. "91 octane recommended, 87 octane minimum." I always put in the 91. 5.084 gallons added. Actual fuel economy, 43.3 miles per gallon. So I got better fuel economy than what the computer predicted. So here's the thing with check engine lights. When it's a blinking check engine lights, try not to drive your vehicle very far. If it's a steady check engine light, it's pretty minor. You could keep driving your car. I'm 200 miles away from home. Got home fine. And my miles per gallon is 43.3, and that's 45 minutes of traffic. If I don't have traffic, I'm getting like 45 miles per gallon. So looks like everything's healthy. Probably just a vacuum leak. So I jerry-rigged that patch up. So when I get home, we will figure this out, hook this up to a scanner.